Welcome everybody.
Y'all ready for this?
The Hustle. My name is Steve Armopoulos and these are my co-hosts. I'm Talia. And I'm Tech Luciano. You may have heard me on radio, you may have never heard of me at all, but that's okay.
Y'all gon' learn today. Your whole life was a struggle, had to make it out the jungle. This is a show for you. Welcome to the hustle. Under pressure, never break a fold. Keep chasing your goals until you blow. Now, welcome to the hustle.
Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of the Hustle Podcast, episode 16, with another very special guest. We got Christcella from 514 Online Mix in the house, and we got Flint in the house as well. Tech, I think this is your specialty. Say a little something about them.
All right, so since you're putting me on the spot here, we got the wonderful people here from 514 Online Mix. They've been, providing another platform for the city for a little while now, giving artists, very importantly, a platform to showcase their music, to showcase their skills and things of that nature. So we want to big you guys up for that.
Big ups.
Welcome you to the show. How you guys feeling? I know it was a little bit of a wait for us to get started, but we're here now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We were having a great time. It's a great place, great people.
Excellent.
Can't complain.
That's what's up.
Hey, Christcella, just talk a little bit closer to the microphone.
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. That's it. I know there's two of you today, so you're going to have to share that mic.
No problem. There you go, a little shorter there.
I
Excellent.
have to say something. No one acknowledged the plant.
The plant?
The plant.
That beautiful plant.
What are we naming it?
Valerie.
Valerie.
Why Valerie?
Valerie Plant.
Valerie. All right, I like
That's a
that
good one right there. That's a good one.
I feel like there's going to be a new bike paths in the studio next time we
Yeah,
show
why
up.
not? Let's do it.
All right. So this is exciting. How long have you been doing what you do? And elaborate a little bit more on what you do. I know Tech kind of like roughed the surface, but, give us in your own words what your hustle's about.
All right, so our hustle is basically we are a radio station, but we also do visual arts pretty much. We also do interviews on. We have some videos on YouTube as well, and we also do some videos for other people. Like we interview other people. We interview artists, entrepreneurs. You name it, and we've been doing this for almost 2 years. I think in November, actually, it will be 2 years that we've been doing this. I used to work for a different radio station before, and then I took it over and just started from scratch. Pretty much, I'm starting from scratch, and I also we interview artists pretty much. We go around and interview artists as well. But how we started was at the Belmont. That's how everything started.
Mm-hmm.
The Belmont. Our first interview was actually like a paparazzi kind of interview where we went at a concert and then we started interviewing all the artists, not all the artists, but the artists that really impacted us or that spoke to us through their music or just through their swag and just the way they moved, and we started with CY and King Misery at the time, and we interviewed their performance. I think at the time they opened for Dax and Onyx, and right before the pandemic hit, that's what we were starting to do, which is we wanted to just go around concerts and just work around concerts. That was our main goal in the beginning, and then the pandemic hit. So we had to take it virtual. We really had to take it virtual, and we weren't I'm sure nobody expected a pandemic to hit,
No, I don't think so.
I'm sure nobody's seen this coming, Yeah. So it was really, really difficult to adapt to a new world during a pandemic and a new way of doing our business. But thank God for that pandemic, because we got to meet so many people online. We got to do our internet radio station, and we were going to go in that direction. We're just going to be hitting up people during their concerts and everything like that, and that was our main goal. But the pandemic changed our direction, and we adapted to the pandemic, and you know what? I think that's when we started making more of a splash as well. Yeah.
I see you everywhere on social media. You're always posting. You're always here.
try.
You're always there. So you're visible. You're very visible. And when
thank
you
you.
reached out to us for the interview,
Yes.
what did I tell you? I told you we already know who you are, and we were planning on bringing you on the show.
I was actually surprised. Yeah.
You have a nice little segment too that you've been doing recently. It's called the pulling up on people.
The pull up.
I like that. That's like
yes.
That's like really nice. I like the branding behind it, the name. pulling up on people, just seeing what they're up to, going to their studio, going
exactly,
to
their business, especially now that the pandemic is kind of easing off and more people are vaccinated. We can finally meet people in person again, and it's wonderful. So now we're pulling up on so many artists. We have another season coming out too, and we're not only going to businesses, we're going to the hood, we're going to the suburbs, we're going to everywhere. We want to meet everyone as much as we can who are in our own city. This is our city, so why not boost it up? Why not talk about what's going on around here?
Yeah. And you have what's it called, like a very DJ radio voice.
Thank you.
So when I hear you right away, it's like the energy is there. You're always making it pop and everything. I know that's your lane. That's what you're focusing on. Flint, what are you doing behind the scenes?
So I'm the person who's like filming everything that you're watching.
Okay, so
the brains, everything.
So I pretty much like wanted to do like a more visual because I figured, we have like people listening on the radio, but like I always want to do behind the scenes of the radio, like, like see the people working at the radio station.
Yeah.
So then we came up with an idea to kind of just follow people around, like with the pull up. And so I pretty much just film everything, like documented, I guess, in a way.
So moving in silence.
Yeah, because like we're visual storytellers, So
it's great stuff.
Yes.
Besides you two on the team, is there anybody else part of the team? Like
now our team has grown a little bit more. Like I said, we're still in our first year, so we're still trying to figure out like what's the end goal when it comes to where we're gonna be, because life changes like your goals. It really does, and I'm just been riding the wave and enjoying it. But our team has grown a little bit bigger. We're also teamed up with DMS. Shout out to Feezy, by the way, for giving us a lot of opportunities with the DMS radio show on 102.3 FM. And we're also teamed up with Breaking Records. They're doing it big in Ontario. They're amazing. They're a great radio station, opening the doors for many, many people, including us. And they're interviewing like artists that we've seen on Netflix and TV. So we're like, oh my God, I know this guy. So shout out to Breaking Records. And this is a big one. Jay Mumble, he's also teamed up with 514 Online Mix. We're teamed up with La Gallery M as well. Shout out to Jay Mumble for also opening up doors for us. And so that's pretty much the team right now when it comes to 514 Online Mix and who we're teamed up with. So even though it's us behind 514 Online Mix alone, there's a lot of people who play a big part in what we do. So shout out to everybody who I just mentioned.
And I know Jay Mambo does a great job with the videos.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I haven't heard of Gallery. Talented. I haven't heard of Gallery M though. What's a Gallery M?
So La Gallery M, it's a new gallery where they hold events. They also do shows. They also do photography, videography. You name it. And it's also a location where people like to film their music videos as well. Shout out to all the models who go to La Gallery M. They're doing some big things. So he has a place on, I think, Rue Mayor, if I'm not mistaken, it's 7574 Rue Mayor. That's where that place is located. And they just opened up recently. I think they're still in their first month as well.
Oh, wow.
And so shout out to Jay Mumbo for doing that and making a little splash too in Montreal. He's been doing it for years. Yeah.
He's been doing it for a while now. And I noticed he had like an increase in quality and
big time. Yeah. And he just opened up the new studio, the new gallery with 8,000 square feet, so they're doing it,
Is that Gallery M?
That's La Gallery M. That's place Gallery M.
Okay, so Gallery M is basically Jay Mambo's.
Yes.
He's either a partner or he's like.
Yes, and shout to Nikki, sweet Nikki. She's the designer, the interior designer as well, working side by side with Jay Mumble. So.
I think you mentioned that the gallery changes its theme once a month or something like that, which is really sick. Like if you want to rent a spot, you have somebody that's doing all the work for you. You come in, you have this whole new backdrop, you have all these new props in the background, which is super sick. How much does it cost to rent that place?
Oh, you gotta hit up Jay Mumble.
Hit up Jay Mumble, guys.
Hit up Jay Mumble. That's the owner.
I can't speak his business for him.
That's the main man when it comes to like the information, you know, you got to go to him, because J Mumble, he just works magic. Yeah, like his hands are like, I don't know. Sometimes I see this man working. I'm like, how does he do this on just 2 hours of sleep? And he never stops. He never stops, and he puts so much heart into everything he does. So it's really, really nice to see that magic around our circle as well. I'm learning so much from this amazing man. To me, like Feezy and J Mumble and what you guys are doing, like these are legends. You know, I mean, these are legends to me. So this is it means a lot.
Well, no, them they're pioneers. They've been there around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
You can't say that Feezy is the first one that actually like
Feezy
mainstream the battle rap scene in Montreal.
Broke out the
for
battle
English
rap scene
and everything, yeah.
for everyone in Montreal, and like it's a ripple effect.
Exactly.
It creates more jobs. It creates more scenery for the artists in Montreal. So that's putting Montreal on the map as well. So that's really, really important. So shout out to the King. Feezy, he's been doing his thing. Shout out to J Mumble. They be really, really doing their thing, you know, when it comes to the Montreal scene.
Yeah, it's you gotta take it one day at a time.
Yes.
It slowly builds up. Like I said, these guys been doing it for a long time.
A long time. That's
It's not yesterday. It's not the day before yesterday. It's a lot of work and hours put into it, and
especially during the times before social media. Like, you know, that's really difficult. That's really difficult to stay on the grind. And when people know your name before social media, and then you start making a splash on social media, it's really important.
Yeah,
you know?
a lot of people like to do things, and they'll do it for maybe 10, 20 episodes or 10, 20 events, and then after they're gonna be like, I'm a little burnt out. I don't want to do this anymore, or it's not really getting the views or stuff that's I'm looking for. You know what I mean?
100%.
That's why you got to persevere. You got to dedicate your time to things, and it'll grow over time.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Like today, it might be episode 5 for whatever you guys are doing on the pull-up, but next year it could be episode 75.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned on one of the episodes that time is an investment. So where you're putting your time, there's going to be a return. Something's going to come from it, you know? The people that stay home and they just watch and are like, I'm going to get there, but they're just sitting on their couch watching TV, not doing nothing with their life. They're not going nowhere. The ones that are putting in the work and investing their time into their crafts and their hustles, those are the ones that are going to see a nice big return. And as an artist myself, like hearing what you guys are doing, you ladies are doing, as an artist, you have to appreciate people that want to give you an opportunity to stand out or have that spotlight. So much respect to y'all. Like, much respect.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that was going to kind of be like where I was going to go with it next. So like, how did you guys decide to kind of get into the lane that you're in, which is providing the platform for, you know what I mean?
Yes. So at first, this is how like the universe works. The universe sometimes be like, you know what, you're going to do this. And just puts you in it. I'm going to tell you guys how that happened. So at first I was just an artist. I was singing for events, just trying to make money. I would host like weddings and stuff like that and just do things behind the scenes. I didn't like to be in front of the camera. And it's funny because now I have to be in front of the camera. And so I was just like working behind the scenes, and then I stopped for a long time, started pursuing more business, and I opened up a cleaning business as well, and just was hustling. And I was making a lot of money doing the cleaning business. I was enjoying that, but I wasn't satisfied. So one day a man named Robert made a post about a radio show, and he needed someone to do some interviews. So I'm like, you know what? I think this is something that could make me a little bit more happier in my life. And it made me extremely happy. I think that actually cured my depression, to be honest. Was doing interviews and talking to artists and just getting back into the music. I started becoming so happy, and I started doing it with Flint, and this is the best life partner, period, I ever experienced, and this journey has been so amazing. But when Robert put that post out, I was like, okay, you know, let me take a chance. And my first artist I interviewed was CY, but then he stopped the radio, and my heart sunk, and I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? And it just stopped for a few months, and the CY interview didn't even come out yet. And I was just heartbroken because I put a lot of effort and love into it, and I just thought, like, you know, this is a new hobby, and I think he's seen that. I think he's seen that passion, and he really, really pushed me to do my own thing. He really pushed me to, like, you know what, I seen that light and that spark in you, and I really want you to continue doing what you do. And I'm like, you know what? Fine. I'm going to do this on my own. We're going to do this. He helped us start us off, and then Flint and I now own it. We run it, and we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop.
So
That's how we got into it. So I just seen that post by chance. I seen it by chance, and then I feel like the universe chose me to do it. You know?
Everything happens for a reason. That's
Yes,
how I got
ma'am,
on the
that's
show.
true.
That's how I got on this show. He posted something on Facebook. He's like, looking for female co-hosts. And I hit him up right away. And now,
Exactly.
16 episodes
You
later.
see?
Yeah, we wanted to do something different here. You know what I mean? I could have easily handpicked people that I see on a daily basis, but I'm like, no, this show has to be something that just the right elements.
You
know
guys
what I
got the
mean?
great vibes.
That's what it
yeah,
is.
I love it.
The amount of people that did actually hit up to get on the show, like become hosts, was about 20 people, I'd say.
Wow, that's crazy.
And I actually reached out to him directly, because every guy host that was hitting me up, it's either, okay, not saying that they weren't good as a host or anything, but there was other factors that I'm like, oh, he can't invest too much time into the show, he can't do this or he can't do that. And then after it just like hit, I saw the interview you did with Holden. It was floating around.
Yes.
And I'm like,
out to
fuck.
Holden.
I'm like, Tech, let me hit up Tech. So I hit up Tech. He's like, yeah, I'm in. Perfect.
Okay, now do me. Why'd you pick me?
And Talia hit me up. Talia hit me up. She said, I'd love to be a co-host. And I compared her to the other candidates we had. And I'm like, hey, young, vibrant, full of energy.
To say the
Something
least.
that we're not over here, because we're not young anymore. so
for yourself,
we needed a balance, you know what I mean? And I think it's perfect.
I
It's
think
like,
it is
yeah.
too, yeah. And you guys are funny.
The banter back and forth with these two is amazing.
I even asked her a question based on one of the
Yeah,
episodes.
she thought I was pregnant, bro. Damn it.
I was like,
is.
this is what he said.
I'm not pregnant.
She is. Did you take the test though?
Oh my God. I didn't have to. Mother Nature came
so
naturally, bro.
So you don't know for sure.
You know what? Focus on your own baby mama
still-
problem, bro.
I'm
Leave
still
me
right.
alone.
I don't got no baby mama.
So as you were saying before with when you started interviewing people and it cured your depression,
Yes.
I think anytime you sit and you connect with a human being, it's a great feeling, and you don't feel like you're staying at home doing nothing, and you learn something about the person. Like right here, this is the reason why we're doing it. We want to connect with the people.
Exactly.
We just want to
Montreal needs this.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no, if something happens with it in the long run and it grows into something really big, I'm all for it. But
That's
like I
it.
even mentioned to these two at the beginning, let's not have overgrown heads on this. Like, we're not gonna have a bunch of views to begin with. We're not gonna have
We need that GSP interview, bro.
a bunch of people clamoring over the show yet.
Yo, George.
We're just gonna have fun doing it. No egos, and wherever it takes us, it takes us.
That's it. That's the way to go. Just
Yeah.
having fun. A lot of people forget to have fun.
Yeah.
Doing what they love doing it. This is something you're supposed to love. So
Yeah.
enjoy it. Every moment is so like vital to what your next day will be. Like every morning, I'm like, all right, did I do enough yesterday for me to basically
Relax a bit today.
relax a little bit today? And it's never the case.
Never, you're not.
Even on our vacations, I'm like working and just making sure everything is good, because like I said, even though we're partnered up with so many people and we have so many teammates, it's really Flint and I doing so many of the work. And we, like I said, we're starting from scratch, and it's not always easy. So I'm always trying to stay on the grind, always trying to stay busy with my time, and not just do busy work, but work that's meaningful and impactful to me. So sometimes I'm gonna have to like take some time off of even doing interviews so I can fix the radio a little bit more, or like explore a little bit more about Montreal, meet new artists, and because you're only one person, sometimes you can't have your time everywhere. But as long as I take the time to see what's important, what I can do to just what benefits me, pretty much. What benefits me and 514 Online Mix Radio and Flint,
Not just that, it creates so many opportunities as well.
That's
especially
it.
with what you're doing. Is for this podcast has gotten me so many opportunities. I just came back from Toronto because
Right?
of this podcast. So just doing what you do and networking and socializing, and even though it comes from a good place, good things come out of it. So.
Exactly. Like even when you hear like what people say after an interview or even after a radio show, just like a thank you, or I needed that, or that that really like touched my heart. Those things are really what changed my life and made me want to do it more. If it wasn't for the people of Montreal, if I didn't have the love for the city, I wouldn't have been doing this. I wouldn't be doing this at all. But I grew up here. I was born in the city, and you know, I was raised in LaSalle, so I have to give back. I gotta give back, and that's how I was raised. You gotta give back to the land that you're born into. You know.
Don't get it twisted either. Like a lot of people, they're too shy to say that they appreciate what you're doing or they're thankful for what you're doing. But a lot of people genuinely do appreciate it and love what you guys are doing, because you're giving them a platform and you're giving them the time of day and you're showing them that like someone is interested in what you're doing and what you're doing is paying off. Keep going, don't stop. So some might not say, hey, thank you, I appreciate it, it really means a lot, but I could tell you they mean it. They mean it. They probably think it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
So being on CIBL, right? Because I've done internet. I actually used to work for 514 Online. I don't know if you guys know this. Way back in the day.
Oh my God!
when I first started.
Yeah.
Me and DJ
Plot
Blaster.
twist.
Shout out to DJ Blaster.
Wow.
Then it became
Shout out to
Makeway
DJ
Radio,
Blaster,
and you know it was a whole thing. But my original question was, how do you like doing live radio as opposed to internet radio? Because I kind of miss live radio, to be honest with you. The adrenaline rush of it all.
I actually like internet radio. Not only is it the future of radio, there's so much more you can do in so many different ways. You have more leniency.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Which means more expression, which means more stories that you probably never heard on an FM station. But what I like about the FM station is that you can go on a dial and tune in on a live show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't, like, even on an internet radio station, you have to have Wi-Fi, you know, you have to make sure you're at a good spot, you have to make sure you have data. But when you're in your car, there's nothing like FM radio as well. I grew up on FM radio. I couldn't sleep without listening to the radio, you know? So, I don't know, it's like, but I love internet radio. The experience on internet radio has opened more doors for me than being on an FM station.
I have no idea. Like, I can't really chime in on that. The only thing that I can say is I can't stand the radio.
Because Montreal radio is trash.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like the radio, and a lot of people thought like the radio is dead. What, you know what? There is some truth to that, though. I must say, FM radio is declining at a rapid rate, and you can actually like see on like just Google it. Like you can see Virgin, the Beat, all of them are declining, and I'm like, I was trying to figure out what's going on with that. But it's because with radio, they're always trying to reach a certain type of audience, which is not for everyone, you know? Yeah.
Not just that, it's so repetitive.
Yeah.
Always
Well,
the
here's the
same
thing, right?
songs
Like
in rotation.
when I used to work at
Definitely
K103, I used to literally argue with the program director all the time. He'd pull me in his office and be like, terrestrial radio is still, you know, growing. And I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, listen, like maybe for your age demographic, which like no offense to older people who still listen to the radio, but the reality is like people from our age demographic, if you're in the car, you got your phone on Bluetooth, you're listening to Spotify, you're listening to podcasts, you're not listening to terrestrial radio unless you're in a market like New York or LA who has these huge syndicated breakfast club type of shows. But here in Montreal, the radio here is literally every station is the same station. Like if you took Virgin and the Beat and 94.7 and like I didn't tell you which station you were listening to, you wouldn't be able to discern the difference.
True.
They play the same 6 fucking songs over and over and over.
And that's why
That's
I gravitated
I
so
know
much
it.
to Jeremy White. He actually works on the Beat 92.5 and he's been doing his thing for the longest time. He makes radio fun again, and I think that's why I kind of turn on the FM station too, because the Beat 92.5 when they have Jeremy White doing their thing, shout out to Jeremy White by the way, he makes radio fun and he's not afraid to basically tell the truth when it comes to what the celebrities are doing or what his opinion on anything in Montreal. So shout out to Jeremy White because he makes radio fun. Like I just listen to one of his shows. If you didn't listen to his shows yet, listen to Jeremy White's show and you're gonna
check it
enjoy
out.
it. Like he has the right playlist at the right time, and he says the right things, always boosting your energy up too.
I think that's what it is with some of these shows. It's the radio host that keeps it alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everything else is bad about the
That's why
station,
podcasts
but
are amazing.
it's that radio host. But the other thing that I really don't like about FM radio, I forgot where I got embedded in my brain the other day. They're like, because you have to go on FM radio at a certain time to listen to what you want to listen. Oh, at 8 o'clock, this guy's gonna be on. As opposed to a podcast or something that's online.
It's on demand.
On demand, you can watch it whenever you want.
It's the same thing like Netflix versus like syndicated TV. It's like, bro, what do you mean I have to wait until 8 o'clock next Sunday to watch your show? Like, the fuck, I want to binge watch it and I want to watch it now.
All in one
commercials.
shot.
You know what I mean? Exactly.
But it also gives people something. Oh, there's alarm. Okay. But it also gives people something to look forward to, though. Like a live show when you go in person. You know what I mean? It's like, this is something I have to look forward to because I'm gonna miss it, and it gives people a little rush again. You know what I mean? Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. So what's next on the books for 514 Online Mix?
All
what are we
right.
doing? What are we cooking?
On the books.
We've
on
been
the books,
cooking.
bro.
Oh my gosh! So we've been quiet for a couple of weeks because
You're pregnant.
no.
Oh,
You know what? I wish.
Plot twist.
Plot twist. You never know though. But you know, but we've been cooking. We've been cooking with, like I said, we also have an hour on 102.3 FM. Shout out to DMS for making that happen. Shout out to Feezy, the main man. And also, we've been cooking with Jay Mumble. Now, Jay Mumble has some few events coming out too. Like, we've been working with him doing the laundry party for a closet by Jude. We're doing a lot of behind the scenes for.
Oh, that's the lingerie joint, right?
Oh yeah, that's the place you need to come check out the models.
Let me get a ticket though.
You know?
Send us a link.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the link.
Send
You
us
guys
the
gotta
link.
come out.
I have a
come out.
stripper
Yeah, we'll
friend,
come out.
Nicole. She might look good in it.
Yeah, for the
saying.
guys it's $40. For the ladies it's $20. September 18th is gonna be the lingerie party, and that's gonna be lit. That's by Closet by Jude.
Steve, you have to wear clothes. No,
I like
no
Gallery
lingerie,
M.
Steve.
We have to do a
No
live
lingerie.
event.
That's
guys.
gonna be all
Our
the
first
hot
live
models doing
event.
their
That'd be
thing.
dope.
They're so talented. They're so smart. Shout out to Jay Mumble for even giving us the opportunity to like interview these models and just understand their backstories and how amazing they are when it comes to like having many hats, because they're also modeling, they have jobs, they're artists, they're entrepreneurs. So yeah, shout out to Jay Mumble for just letting us experience that opportunity, and we're actually lucky. We've been popping bottles with models a little bit, you know. Like shout out to Mama Sita do. Like we did her behind the scenes, and she had the G-Wagon out, and it was just amazing. Like this is something that we love doing because it's just so exciting. So yeah, so we have the Closet by Jude lingerie party coming up, and then September 19th there's gonna be a DJ battle. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be Little Vicious versus I think Production Sounds. Yeah, Production Sounds. That's on September 19th, and then October 30th there's a Halloween party, and I think that's also that's definitely gonna be by La Gallery M. But I think the other two events are gonna be by DJ. What's his name again? DJ Fire Jones. DJ Fire Jones.
Okay, big up Fire Jones.
Yeah.
So when you say a DJ battle, you mean is it like a clash or is it like an actual scratching type of battle?
You gotta come to the event. You gotta come to the event. You gotta check out La Gallery M and Jay Mumbles.
Is it a private event? Is it
The Halloween party is gonna be a private event. The
Okay.
Halloween party is gonna be a private event. The other ones you can buy some. I think you can buy tickets for all of them though. Either
Yeah,
way,
you can buy tickets
for all of them. Yeah,
The Halloween, you just have to have a costume, and it's first come, first serve.
first come, first serve.
There's no restrictions or anything like that. Is it open for everybody, or is it
You know, like
For everybody.
yes, as long as you follow the government rules, you good. You know what I'm talking about.
Talia can't come.
Damn it.
It's all good. Steve's gonna put on a wig and shave his beard. He'll be there.
Okay, well, what if we do this? Steve goes as Tech goes as Talia, I go as Steve. So now technically I can go.
I don't know if that'll work.
Yeah,
It's gonna
that
be
might work.
lit. The ladies are amazing. Shout out to all the ladies. Oh
Steve
my God,
have to
they've been
work on
making
his delts here.
Our legs a little bit more lit. So shout out to all the models. They're so smart. They're so amazing at what they do.
Yeah, shout out to all the models. That's for sure. You know, shout out to the models. We love you. We love you, models.
No, let me do the shout out to the models. You about to get yourself in trouble, bro. Listen, man. You better relax over here. Shout out to the models.
There was something that I saw on your story recently, or on your Facebook. I'm not sure. There's a karaoke thing you guys started doing
Every
weekly
Wednesday.
every Wednesday.
It's been a little bit crazy. So it's called the worst karaoke.
The worst.
No pressure, no pressure.
No pressure. No pressure.
I like that
because-
though. That's dope.
And you know what? That's been one of our biggest shows. Well, actually, the biggest shows we have on the radio is Breaking Records. But one of the biggest shows that we have is also karaoke nights. It's so much fun. The listeners call in and be like, you know what? Get that artist back on there. I want that. I want that song. Or they would call us and be like, no sad songs. No sad song, no rock. Right now we want a little bit of this, put a little pop, or put it like, they really, really have been involved. They would call in, because we have a line for the radio as well. And they call in and be like, this is what we want for the karaoke. And they tell us what songs. We also go live on, shout out to JBK, she's our host as well. We go live on her profile to give her a little bit more clout. And it's amazing. People really, really are engaged into that karaoke night. So we basically do covers of different artists, and we're trying to do karaoke songs with local artists as well. We want to basically sing or rap their songs for a karaoke night too. That would be really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty lit. That's pretty lit.
Oh, yeah.
We also have Freestyle Fridays coming up soon too. There's a lot of episodes that we filmed during the summer. Our summer post-pandemic was just eye-opening. It was amazing. We got to meet so many different people. We got to just film so much content that's coming out for September to December. So you guys stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. We're going to show you our crazy summer. We had a little crazy summer. Yeah.
Want to see all the highlights. Post everything. Post all the highlights.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're getting towards that period of the show that we gotta ask you something really
He looked
special.
at me like
I was looking at Talia, but
got
usually
quiet, but
Talia
we
hands
were-
it over this way.
we were talking without saying anything. So this is for you girls.
Ooh.
This
You
right
can
now.
hold it together.
Hold it to yes.
All right.
Since
That's
there's
it.
two of you, I think we need two of them today, right?
Yeah.
We need two gems.
The force. I feel the force. Yeah.
So you gotta drop us a gem.
Okay.
Tell the viewers something very impactful to change their lives.
All right. So which camera should I look at? This camera?
You can look at that one, that
Oh,
one,
this one,
but
okay.
that one is
Hard
directly on you.
camera, straight away, straight ahead.
So no matter what you do in life, make sure you love what you're doing. Enjoy each day. And every time you wake up, ask yourself, did I do enough yesterday? And if I die tomorrow, am I going to do enough today to enjoy that?
Oh, that was
That's deep.
beautiful.
Yeah.
That was
Flint?
Life
the
is
one.
too short.
That was the
really
gem.
good, yes. I was gonna add to it, but I think that was great.
I was about to say, follow that up.
Like, I'm gonna let go of the gem now.
I love that. I love that.
Awesome.
That's amazing.
And it's just like Marcus told us in the episode previously,
Yes.
that if you don't like something, if you don't like doing something, hire somebody to do it because it pisses you off. You know what I mean? And that's it's gonna stay with me for the rest of my life. That every time there's something that I don't want to do, I'm gonna hire you to do it. I'm gonna hire you to do it.
Hire Lambro. He might not show up.
I won't be able to do it. I'll be like in my third trimester.
You're having twins. I feel twins.
I'm gonna call him Steven Tech.
Yeah.
There you go.
Stephen
There'll be some good-looking kids.
All right,
Probably
Christcella.
not.
So tell the viewers, where can we find 514 Online Mix? Where we can find all your social medias?
Yes. So check out 514onlinemix.com. That's our radio station. That's where you can see our highlights of our interviews. Also, check us out on Facebook, 514 Online Mix, Instagram, 514 Online Mix. And where else, Flynn? I think that's pretty much it.
I think that is it.
I
If
think
you
that's
just
it.
type in 514 Online Mix in Google, you'll find all the things. That you need to find.
Twitch, yeah, check us out. We're gonna be doing more lives at La Gallery M. We're gonna be doing more shows at La Gallery M too. So you guys stay tuned. if you like models, you're gonna enjoy the next episodes coming up next. Yeah.
Tech's trying to get in the shot real quick.
Excellent. Well, thank you for coming on the show. We really enjoyed having you guys.
Yes,
it was a
yes.
pleasure. And we look
Thank
forward
you.
to having you back in the future when there's more stuff popping and you need to. Yeah,
Yes.
perfect. All right, guys, you know what time it is. It's time to say goodbye to everybody.
Peace.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the hustlers. Peace.
Shout out to my
514
twins.
Online mix. Yes.
Welcome everybody.
Y'all ready for this?
The Hustle. My name is Steve Armopoulos, and these are my co-hosts, Talia, and I'm Tech Luciano. You may have heard me on radio. You may have never heard of me at all, but that's okay.
Cause y'all gon' learn today. Your whole life was a struggle, had to make it out the jungle. This is a show for you. Welcome to the hustle. Under pressure, never break a fold. Keep chasing your goals until you blow. Now, welcome to the hustle. Take money, make money, build a future forever. Even in stormy weather, we execute for treasure. The grind is real, you know. Got the willpower, Terrence Howard, hustle and flow. Rain, sleep, or snow. The odds against me for sure.